Honestly, most women don't care about most men anyway unless they're chads or have money. And if you have money, that's no guarantee whatsoever that you won't just be a used revenue stream for her at best, or hustled, scammed, and financially and emotionally exploited at worst. Truth is, men are checking out of relationships with women their age and women who are older. The tides have turned. What once was is not happening now. There used to be a time when men thought it would be cool to date older women and learn from them, have mature conversations with them, and perhaps build a life with them. But women have rejected men at a younger age for far too long, and those same men are now rejecting those women. Karma. If you look around the world, and especially in developed Western societies, women who celebrate shattering social norms are not vilified or looked down upon by society. The notion that 45 is the new 25 and that older women still look stunning is therefore consistently promoted as a valid societal narrative, among many others. Since helping these people would soon deplete Social Security and other programs, the government does not want to do so. Then, given that there are more women than men in the United States, if elder women find themselves in a situation where they are single and in need of a man's support, they will work together to convince men to assist them. Then, what do? They spread propaganda about why they want to date younger women and blame guys for wanting to do so. On the other hand, if a woman chooses to date a younger guy or even a man 20 years older than her, she will be praised and hailed as a hero for wanting to live her life according to her own convictions. People are generally aware that a woman will need to depend on someone for financial assistance for the remainder of her life, unless she is wealthy or financially successful due to her work, or maybe her inheritance. People are aware of that. As women get older, they require men's help in every way. Women have never been able to survive without a man's assistance throughout our history, despite the fact that some may reject this and will continue to do so. An elderly guy will still be able to care for himself by getting back up on his feet and roughing it. Can a woman accomplish that? In my opinion, no. They need constant care, attention, validation, security, and support to live a peaceful life. Otherwise, they become bitter and hard to be around when they're old and single. Husbands typically pass away before their spouses. It also makes sense why the man would wish to end his life early if you give it some thought. However, a leftover woman might look rather wonderful for her age, due to the wonders of modern science. They keep at it, trying to look younger, be someone they're not, and act independently when they know they can't live completely independent lives all by themselves. The problem is, when pointing these things out, they're labeled as insecure or controlling. But when women realize that they can't be independent anymore and seek guys to date them and can't find them, then they expect men to just enter their lives and provide them with anything and everything they want. It really is the end of leftover women when you consider all of this. And frankly speaking, 90% of the guys you speak to will tell you they only want to date younger women. To be completely honest, I have no idea why some guys like to date women in their late 30s or early 40s. They might be far better in bed than younger women because they are older and have more life experience. But what else do you need from them? Their sources of income, or are you just drawn to older women? You should probably think twice before establishing a family, as these older women are already well into their 30s or possibly early 40s and have lower chances of conceiving. On the other hand, if you're dating a young woman, your chances of getting pregnant when you're both old enough to watch your children grow into successful, intelligent, healthy, and happy adults are much higher. Some men genuinely want to date older women who are infertile. The fact that the men won't have to use contraceptives that lessen pleasure and sensation and will experience the expertise of these leftover women in the bedroom is a primary reason for this. Additionally, they won't have to worry about the obligations of having kids. However, a lot of these women also have unanticipated extras like families they support and kids from previous marriages and relationships. And if you're with one of these women, she'll want you to care for her kids and her parents in the same manner that she does. To tell you the truth, I haven't slept with older women as much as I have lived with them. And I can tell you, they're not easy to live with. I am very certain that I would not want to be with an older woman for the rest of my life and wake up next to her every morning. These women have a negative outlook on life, are unpleasant to be around, don't participate in any enjoyable activities, and basically live their lives like elderly folks waiting for the next health problem to develop. They grumble, gripe, and experience emotional problems due to poor self-esteem, which typically develops after they reach a particular age and realize they are not leading the lives they had planned. Just take a quick look at some of the older guys who look like these lifeless souls trying to run away from their wives. It really makes me curious when I see young guys approaching older women. What is it that they want? And what do they think they're going to experience in such a relationship? Please do share your views on this in the comments, or if you've personally been with an older woman, let us know what your reasons were. Coming back to why society expects men to be with older women and shames them if they don't. I think the primary reason here is that men are expected to be the ones who take care of women. Women don't have a responsibility towards men, but men have a responsibility to care for, provide for, and protect women, as they have been doing for hundreds of years. Society does not stigmatize or frown upon women who glorify breaking traditions. Among many others, the fact that older women still look beautiful and that 45 is the new 25 is therefore constantly pushed as an acceptable social narrative. The government doesn't want to support these folks, since doing so would quickly deplete Social Security and other programs. Then, given that women outnumber males in the United States, they will band together and work to persuade men to help older women if they find themselves in a position where they are single and in need of a man's assistance. What do they then do? They shame men for wanting to date younger women and create propaganda about why they intend to do that. On the other hand, if a woman decides to be with a younger man, or even a man 20 years over her age, she will get celebrated for wanting to live life as per her own convictions and be hailed as a hero. People basically know that unless a woman is rich or is financially successful because of her career or perhaps her inheritance, she'll need to lean on someone for financial support for the rest of her life. People understand that. It's all about making women secure. Men will therefore never stop being shamed into dating mid-age women as long as they can still compete with younger women and look youthful. You must keep in mind that older men hold the fort in terms of wealth and social influence. Who will look after the older woman financially if all the wealthy single older men go out and date the younger women? Realistically speaking, most men would not date older women if they could look at them with objectivity, assess their true worth, and know they are getting a lousy bargain. These dynamics will also make it clear to you that the criticism you receive for wanting to date attractive young women with whom you can start a family is unwarranted. You're not required to date older women, thus doing so would be inappropriate. They have made their decisions and are now enjoying the results and consequences of how they have lived their lives. This is a new reality. We will have scores of older women who will be looking for men and wouldn't find them. But who will they blame? Men, of course, even though we all know how they got entangled in this situation. Thanks for watching The Circle of Kings. As always, we're looking forward to your support. So please hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with everything all kings like yourself need to know.